I'm pleased to welcome our second panel of witnesses, the Honorable Terry Yonkers, Assistant Secretary of the Air Force, Major General Timothy Byers, the Air Force Civil Engineer, Major General William Etter, Deputy Director of the Air Guard, and Major General James Jackson, Deputy Chief of the Air Force Reserve. This year's military construction budget for the Air Force is $1.4 billion, which is $97 million over last year's request. I'm pleased to see that the Air Force Reserve request is more than triple the FY11 request, which funded only one project. But I note that the Air Guard's request is 40% lower than last year's request. I continue to believe that more needs to be done to address the backlog of Melcon requirements for Guard and Reserve forces, and I am interested in your thoughts on the impact that a moratorium on earmarks will have on the reserve forces. As I said at last week's hearing, I recognize that there are hard choices we must make in these difficult economic times, but we must not shortchange our reserve forces at a time when their resources and manpower are already stretched thin. As you well know, the Congress has been helpful in the past by providing funding for additional military construction dollars for the Air Guard and Air Force Reserve in the form of earmarks and plus-ups to account top lines. General Etter, and General Jackson, with the ban on earmarks, does this change any of your funding priorities in the FY12 request or future requests?
Senator, thank you for the question. The Air National Guard participates in the enterprise-wide integrated FIDEP Milcon process. Within the process, the Air National Guard is treated as a full partner. We appreciate the past strong support of the committee and all the members. As with any set of priorities, often there are more requirements than resources. Any future support would help satisfy Air National Guard requirements.
General Jackson.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much for the question. We have not seen an impact on our priorities. We once again compete within the Air Force total Milcon process. We get our fair share. We've been able to go ahead and put into the FY12 budget our top two priorities, so we think that we're competing fairly there. And we'll have to continue to go ahead and look for more efficient means and better ways of racking and stacking our projects.